There were a lot of numbers being thrown around during the governor's State of the State address.
As part of our commitment to you, Target 7 went through those numbers to help you get the facts. Here's John Cardinelli.
In her address, the governor tackled guns, the economy, and education. In doing so, she highlighted many strides the state has made. Tonight, we look at whether some of the facts she used to support her stance were exaggerated.
We rank among the top states for financial growth and stability and have grown our permanent fund more than 200%.
Target 7 has determined that this statement is mostly false. According to U.S. News and World Report Best State Ranking, New Mexico's economy ranks 44th. The study takes into account each state's business environment, labor market, and overall economic growth. Other studies, such as one done by WalletHub and CNBC, do not have New Mexico ranking in the top 10. Economist Riley White explains the state has made strides, but do we rank as one of the top states?
We do not. There are many things to be positive about for New Mexico. We've made significant advances in many different categories, but we're still lacking in many areas.
As for New Mexico's permanent fund, the governor appears to be referring to the state's land grant permanent fund, which was established in the year we became a state. It is funded primarily by oil and gas. Every year, the fund provides more than $1 billion to New Mexico public schools. According to the State Investment Council, when the governor took office in 2018, the fund had $23.2 billion. In 2023, it had $42.9 billion. That's an increase of 84%. Not 200. But White says the governor could be calculating it differently.
But that doesn't include distributions that the fund has made to fund some of the state programs that have been going on.
Over the last year alone, we saw a 4% statewide increase in reading scores for kids in grade 3 to 8, and an unprecedented 5% increase in reading scores for Native American students. Something that the state has, in fact, not accomplished ever before. It is 4% statewide, 5% among Native American students.
Target 7 determined this statement is mostly true. According to a report issued by the New Mexico Public Education Department, last year only 34% of New Mexico's students were proficient in reading. The report shows it jumped to 38%, giving New Mexico its 4% growth like the governor said. The report goes on to state that Native American students were reading proficiently. In 2023, that number increased to 23%, a 3% increase, not 5%.
Right now, the leading cause of death for our children is guns.
Target 7 determined this statement is somewhat true. A little less than a year ago, the New Mexico Department of Health released its child fatality report. It says unintentional injury was the leading cause of death among New Mexico children, accounting for more than 36% of all deaths. The report defines unintentional deaths as motor vehicle crashes, drowning deaths, unintentional overdose, or poisoning and fire-related deaths. That would also include unintentional gun deaths. But it doesn't state how many were caused by firearms. Suicide was the second leading cause. Let's take a look at her statement again.
Right now, the leading cause of death for our children is guns.
Note the governor never said that guns was the leading cause of deaths for New Mexico children. Target 7 found this report from the American Academy of Pediatrics that reported in 2023 firearm fatalities became the leading cause of death in the U.S. for children. We asked the governor's office about all of the facts. They attribute the governor's statement on financial growth to a recent report from the U.S. Department of Labor that showed we had the highest percent of wage growth last summer. As for the state's permanent fund, they sent us several documents outlining all of the assets. We could not determine how the governor came up with 200%. There was at least a 93% growth from all of the state's funds. For Target 7, I'm John Cardinelli.
If you have tips for Target 7, call the Target 7 tip line, 505-884-6347, or email newstips@koat.com.